Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how I made Let Me Go, which is my first little 2000s inspired song beat thing. And really, as you can see, there's not a whole lot. Well, actually, like once you once you unfold these things, there's actually a lot more that's gone into it, but it's really not that much. So I'm just going to start in whatever order I want. I don't really know. But I guess we'll start with this. This is my distortion drum intro. There's a couple of guitars in there too, but those are just filtered to whatever. Yeah, there they are. These little guys are guitars. They're really zoomed out. I apologize. Here, wait. Let me just select all of them. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So here is the drum intro. Yeah, love that. So, where to begin on this? Oh, yeah. Oh, let me select. There we go. So, I guess we're trying to figure out the best way to start this. Okay, so all of this is run through a bus, which is right here, bus number 7. So I'm going to turn everything off so that you can't hear it. Just so this should turn off all my processing, it should all be clean. I also have the volume rising so it gets more, it's getting more and more intense. So yeah, I have the volume going up. There's also an EQ on here, I believe. Jeez Louise, why does it zoom so much when it does that? Yeah, oh, there's an auto filter? Oh wow, I forgot about that. So yeah, the auto filter starts at 0, and then it goes all the way up, which pretty much means it's filtered, and then it's not. Same with the Argent compressor. This guy's just some boring modulation stuff. It's really, you got to figure out yourselves in a way. But so really, there's not a ton going on. There's these two guitars here. Just it's standard tuning. This is just a power chord on the second fret. Just they are supposed to be distorted. So like once I slap on the, whoa, that did nothing. Oh, I left them clean on purpose. That's right. So these are supposed to be clean actually, but yeah, just random chugs. Copy and pasted some of them as you can see. Or did I? Wait. Yeah, and they start getting louder. And then all that's left is this bouncy drum beat. So then as I turn on these filters, what I'll do is I'll start with the compressor. We'll do the auto filter. Then there's the guitar rig. And then chroma, which is a room filter. This adds a little echo and essence to. Makes it sound like it's actually in a room. Just got a simple EQ, cutting out the bass a little bit just because I don't want there to be a ton of bass yet, especially with all that's going on. It ggets really bassy. And then the Argent compressor, making everything super loud, just making it sound a little more chaotic and crazy. Because like before, ow, I apologize if that destroyed your ears like it did mine. But so yeah, once you turn everything on, you get the. It's pretty cool. I don't know why it creates those harmonics exactly, but I'm not complaining. And that's basically it. And then just a little swell right here, just this little. Oh yeah. So then it just creates that swell, and then we get to this little verse area. So in the verse area, we move on from there. We'll start with the guitars. Very, very stupidly simple. We'll select all these guys. No, 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 no. Thank you. There we go. And then wind them out so you can see what's going on. So same thing as the intro, but distorted this time. They sound very sudden and kind of off. It's because they're supposed to accent. They are not supposed to be a main thing right here. And I have two different tracks so that they're panned to the left and right, so they have real power. But then right here for this main riff that we'll get to later, they're just panned left and right because it's very full sounding. But so yeah, they're just following the drum beat, just going like kind of matching along with that snare going on right there. So drum track, what am I doing here? Oh, the swell is included in there. I didn't actually know that. So yeah, we have all these guys, just cymbals, hi-hats, snare, and kick. There's a lot going on here. So, oh, yeah, I gotta turn this off. Okay, so for the kick, no, stop doing that. Ugh. Okay, for this kick, we have it like this. I have a noise gate on to kind of stop it from creating a ton of tail, and which is kind of, I know, fake sounding, but it's not supposed to sound real. Some distortion on here, because without adds quite an amount of aggression. And a compressor help tighten things up, and then just a slight decrease on the low end, just because really if you don't do any low end tuning, these things get really muddy bass. So that's it for the kick. Then for the snare, this is, oh, by the way, all the drums are usually, oh wait, this is Labs. Usually I use Moto drums. This is actually, wait, then what's the kick drum? What are, also Labs. Oh, it's a whole Labs kit. Okay. These are different pieces of different presets from Labs. So yeah, there you have it. That's the drum kit. Nope, that's sorry. That's not very helpful. That's the kick. So the snare, we've got another EQ. We took out all the low, so it's just the mid. There's still some bass in there, so don't take all the body out of it. Then we have, what is this? What is this? Tube EQ? Well, that must be a preset. Okay, well, a tube EQ set to whatever. More distortion. Adds a lot of presence. And then OTT. Love OTT. Compressor. Oh, wait, that should be at 0. Only thing I don't like is it creates that staticiness, but yeah. Well, actually, if I can figure that out together real quick, if I turn on that noise gate right here, that should. Oh, that's beautiful. I wish that was what the finished song sounded like. Yeah. Oh, that's sick. All right, now we got the hi-hat. This is panned to 20 to the left, just so it's a little more, I don't know, versatile, alive feeling. But it's just on the offbeat, just a closed hi-hat on the offbeat. Noise gate, tube EQ. Why the heck do I keep having that? I don't remember putting that on. Distortion and compressor. And just, same stuff as the other things, just. And the cymbal, man, the cymbal is about one of the most boring things I edit. Yeah, I just started copying, pasting the same presets. So that pretty much all we get is. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the drums. Just, they're pretty basic. There's just a couple drum fills in here, which I guess there's one right here. Yeah, love that. All right, we're gonna demonstrate the rest of the song right here. So this is this part. So we'll start with this right here. I believe these are the, oh no, what are these? Are these actually, these aren't strings. Well, this is a synthesizer. I have them labeled as strings, but they're not strings. So this is a synthesizer, just pitch bent. What note is that? F sharp, C sharp. Yeah, this song's in the key of F sharp, by the way. So just a riser, pitch. It's really subtle, but adds a lot. And then we have 2 sets of strings. Super basic melody. And then we have the Moto bass. I took out all the bass because I'm letting this guy do all the bass. So I'm letting the actual picked bass have the fun stuff, and then letting this guy have more of the boom in the song. So this is just the old school bass preset from Logic, slapped on with some EQ, which is, yeah, doing very little. My own, their own compressor that is not part of the plugin, and then OTT, which once again, yeah. Interesting. Wonder why it does that. It's kind of cool, actually. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the bass. Oh, well, I guess we should look at the picked bass. It's got a saturator on. It's got an EQ here. Why do I have two different EQs? I guess I just really wanted to boost that high, I guess. Sometimes it takes two to make the high go up. So once you combine all this stuff, you get yeah, lots of fun. And yeah, same thing with the guitars. There's just, let me open it up. Oop. Just a basic riff. Only thing I don't like about this is I thought the guitar tone sounded thin, but I guess that kind of suited the 2000s punk vibes. My guitars, let's see. I call them Scream, by the way. I don't know why. I just decided to call them my Scream preset, but as you can see, there's a mountain of plugins here. But so we're using Guitar Rig 7, the Guitar Rig 7 Van 51 amp. These are the settings for it. Rhythm at 5.64, whatever. That can just be 5-ish. Oh, wait. The rhythm doesn't matter. When it's on lead, you only worry about this. So it's at about 3 on the gain. Bass, just 5. I don't really tweak these much, but they're just, whatever you see, they're supposed to just be around there. High treble, and all these. Pretty simple. And then we're going to solo this guy. Is that working? Is that soloing? It is not soloing. There we go. There we go. So basically, I'll just show y'all real quick what happens when it's just a dry signal. So, dry signal. Hold up. We're going to a bus. Which bus? Bus 8. Hold on. Yeah. They're both sent to that bus just for the sake of reverb. So just... So I turn on an EQ and I get rid of the high end, so it's... I know it sounds muffled now. Noise gate. Get rid of any static. We got a mix box, which is distortion. We have it set to distortion 2, gain at 14, tube screamer 1, 10, 8, and the dry and wet knobs are set to, I don't know why that's bugging me, 20, 30. Very subtle amounts, so it just does. It's barely noticeable. Guitar rig. And then Tone X. I love the Tone X cabinets. Guitar Rig 7 only has about 8-ish. So that's why I use Tone X. If it would load, thank you. Yeah, look at this. Watch and learn. Bada bing! Yeah, lots of cabinets. Lots of different options. My favorite so far is the 412 V1. Just has it. Any other, even if it's another 412. Oh, actually, I don't mind that. I actually kind of like that other one, but I gotta stick with this one. And another EQ. What do you do? The subtlest mid scoop ever. Okay. OTT. We got OTT. Nah, that's not what I clicked. Here we go. Very basic settings. Yeah, that sounds good. Mixbox. Pretty sure it's a saturator, right? Yeah. Set to just the master one. Input gain 1.5. Output 0. Very basic. It's pretty much the preset it comes with. Just helps glue things together a little more. And then the final EQ, nothing. That's probably just my EQ for doing EQ tricks if I want. There you have it. That's how I get the guitar tone. And then they just both feed out of a bus into bus 8 over here. This channel EQ, just a slight little touch up right here. And then this room. Just wanted to have that, like, I don't know, in a sewer vibe, like punk. So yeah, that's that part. And then we get to this little breakaway, just a little. Oh, right, I haven't shown y'all the background, which is no, thank you. Very basic. There we go. These are from Logic. Yeah, one Android band right there. There's not much going on. They're EQ'd to have the bass removed just so it's. So there's a weird kick percussion in there, and I didn't want that. So I used my own. 2 compressors, OTT, and a ring shifter. Adds a little more flanger to it. And that's it for these two. Just then we have this guy. Yeah, I let him have the bass end. Cut out some of the bass, cut out some of the treble. I feel like that doesn't. Wait, bus 2? Does that even exist? The heck is bus 2? Oh. Oh! Jeez, yeah, needed that off. Okay, so that's what it sounds like. Oh, hold on, let me. Yeah, okay. So that's what I was doing, is bus 2 has an EQ right here. So as the main chorus part is ending, it fades. And then once it gets to the end, it comes back up. I'll let it get up so high again, just so it doesn't. EQing is important. If there's no EQ, this could easily dominate the entire track. And then, because like all the trebles and the mids or whatever, you gotta have them mixed. That's why mixing is important. Otherwise, I'm curious now. What would it sound like if I didn't do that? Yeah, that just makes it sound too busy in my opinion. But yeah, this riff, you can see me play it in the video. Super basic, like stupidly basic. It's just. It's just. Yeah. Not a lot going on there. So, yeah. That is what, once I reach right here. About a minute. 1 minute, 1 second. No, wait. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Why does it say an hour? There's no hour in here. Okay. Well, yeah. That's pretty much it, folks. That's how I made this song. I will leave y'all to the final product so y'all can watch it go off and have some fun as you get to see all the parts. But that's pretty much it. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one.